Hey guys, today we're going to check out the water park I started building in Planet Coaster, and obviously the one thing I am definitely needing right now is water. I need water. Depressing. But hopefully Alpha 3 drops, we will get water. That's speculating, but I mean, surely to God, in April 3, the water, whoever's been working on it, whatever we got going on, it will be ready, surely. I know a lot of you all saw some small screenshots of it. You saw the John Laws interview with either PCgamer or IGN, one of those, where they, I don't know if they accidentally, we saw a clip of the water at the base of that mountain, but either way, it's obviously already in the game, and they're testing it, making it look better. But we need us some agua. This is the water park as it is today. What is today? July 10th. I haven't really added anything onto this part. Probably in the last couple weeks. I started on the Safari Park and Minas Tirith and all that. I'll put videos out to that probably later on this week as the week goes on. Do a couple more things on that, and probably the Safari Park will actually do some. I'll just start building on it as I'm filming, because this isn't really like, I don't have anything really. It's another park like Kraken Kingdom where I'm waiting on water and the fairy tale stuff and waiting on all that to see what I can add to this, because obviously there is no water park element, so I am kind of winging all this right now and trying to make this stuff just look like water park features. This park houses both Stingray and you should see a card pop in the corner here in just a second with Stingray's POV that came out a couple weeks ago. And it also houses Falcon's Revenge. I got some feedback about this coaster being way too rough. I use the smooth tool just like a lot of these guys do. I've made it as smooth as I can. But I don't really see it being, terribly rough. But, it's still an alpha. There's only so much I think we can do to make these things as smooth as possible. And, they'll tweak it and the fixes will come out and they'll start being as smooth as some people would prefer them. I think it's incredibly smooth, even in the state that the game's in. But a lot of people really want that realistic, crisp and as smooth as it can be. So I'm sure they'll get to that. And let's start a couple of these coasters, and definitely want to show you all what this park looks like at nighttime. And yeah, we will get a little closer look here. Let's start these. One of my favorite parts of this whole park is actually the market area. And, it looks cool in the day. We've got this little small kids coaster. I'll probably end up changing this around because, it goes at a decent speed for what you think, like, little kids could get on. But I still think I want to change this and actually add on, like, a smaller lift hill instead of just coming right out of the station and dropping. Probably can get away with a small lift hill here without it impacting the view of the kind of the village and the shopping area. Like I said on Twitter, this part of the actual park, it's obviously, you can see the British, kind of like the governor's house and the troops you see. It's under British control. It's kind of the theming for the area, but there is a pirate kind of undertone. It's almost like I went for like a pirate underworld, and you can even see the Pirate King kind of has his house, or his mansion rather, up on the hill, and definitely it's got that pirate kind of pirate secret tone over here. Towards the back of the park, just kind of a small idea I come up with the section of the blue paths, the cascades, just open water slides, just to give it that look of actual water slide. I have that one coming down, going through the tunnel. This right here still needs some work. I'm kind of wanting this to be the, whoop, the ship's kind of messing me up here. This is kind of more or less one of the family raft rides, you know, they kind of max 4 people on. So that's kind of where we're going with that. Got the little tube slides over here. Come down out of the mountainside. You've got a small food court up here that where a lot of, you know, I think it's really cool the guests can come by here and obviously watch Stingray come flying by. There it goes. And yeah, we're making progress on it, but it's just like I said, it's another one that just is totally hampered right now without real water. I'm just basically, like a lot of you guys do, I'm just using the blue roof piece trick to make fake water right now, and yeah, I mean, it's working out. You get the idea. That's where real water is going to be. So we will hopefully get that in Alpha 3, like we said, and we'll talk more about Alpha 3 in a minute and when I think everything's coming out, just by the forums and, you know, what Brett has said, and a couple of the guys on Reddit have been speculating. Here's just a little restaurant and like a little milkshake themed restaurant here right on the other side of the boat. Up here up front, just your regular little splash pad. You know, the kids can run up and down on this stuff. They got the jets of water going. I was hoping, you know, maybe one day if they actually incorporate water park elements, maybe get a splash, you know, a splash bucket going and all that. And yeah, we'll just kind of see how it goes. Here's a little cosmic cow up here. And yeah, that is basically what we have going with this right now. I thought this was a pretty cool element. I've actually taken the lighting, the electric VFX, and put it across the top of the Pirate King's roof, so it always kind of looks like it's storming above his little foyer here. And so yeah, that worked out real nice. And like I said, you've still got that kind of British rule overtone here with the troops marching at the you know, the quote-unquote governor's house here, and everything just kind of wraps around little shops and eateries, just like Kraken Kingdom. I love having those spots in the parks where you know, it's kind of like dedicated shopping and stuff, you know, just like you'd see in a real park. I like to get just big giant areas of the shopping and eating going. But yeah, this is pretty much it. You've got your like I said, Falcon's Revenge, Stingray, Cascades, splash pad, regular water slides, and I don't know how much I'll leave this alone. I mean, hopefully one day, I mean, you've got to figure that they you know, back when they did RCT3, you know, when the soaked expansion come out, I don't really think that was anything that a lot of people were looking for or expecting or asking about, but it happened. So surely after the success of that and how much people loved the pool feature within RCT3, surely one day we will get you know, we'll get water park features within Planet Coaster. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, let's real quick before I let you go, let's talk about the schedule. Basically, you can pretty much bet they'll do the same thing for Alpha 3 as they did for Alpha 2. And if you remember, leading up to Alpha 2, they started at the beginning of May, and they did their dev spotlights, their questionnaires, their you know, their live feeds. And a couple weeks ago, somebody asked Brett on the forums, or maybe they didn't ask Brett, but they were all talking about on the forums, when, you know, because obviously everybody's saying, when's Alpha 3 coming out now? You know, we're never satisfied. When's Alpha 3 coming? Brett said even the announcements for Alpha 3 are weeks away. Well, this was probably towards the end, maybe the later middle of June. I think between like the 15th and the 20th when he said that. And so that leads me to believe that we will probably get that schedule release at the end of July. I believe that the schedule release for all those dev spotlights will come at the end of July. They'll take us all through August, and possibly at the end of August, maybe beginning of September, Alpha 3 will drop. Now, this is total speculation. I'm just saying the timing would match up with kind of how the Alpha 1, Alpha 2 dropped. So I believe, let's see, let's pull up the calendar here. August, let's see. Well, August 30th is a Tuesday, right before September gets here. I would strongly believe that those development spotlights will happen all through August. The 2nd and the 4th, the 9th and the 11th, 16th, 18th, 23rd, 25th. And hopefully we'll see Alpha 3 by the end of August. I would suspect August 30th. It's a Tuesday. And another thing too, I know we're still in alpha and the game looks great and hopefully we'll get the fairy tale theme. But if you're talking about a fourth quarter full game release, I think back during the spring, John Laws even kind of hinted about the end of November. Well, guys, September, October, November, December, that gives them pretty much 3-4 months to completely finish the game if they're talking about fourth quarter release or even getting it out in time for Black Friday, putting it out on a bunch of those deals. There's not much time left to string out a bunch of alphas and beta and, get this full game release. So surely by the end of August, we will be seeing Alpha 3. Hopefully we'll be getting the water. Hopefully we'll be getting the fairy tale theme. They'll start pumping that out, more rides. Hopefully more themes are at least, if not introduced to us, teased to us, like the spooky theme, the sci-fi theme. I think even Silverette was going through some of the park files, and I believe it said Western or American theme, something of that order. But yeah, hopefully that will happen. We definitely need the water in our lives. We need waterfall features, and we need to get our hands on the fairy tale theme. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. Hopefully, like I said, back to reality tomorrow, and got some real life work to put in, but hopefully sometimes this week I will get you guys some actual up close video of Minas Tirith, and maybe we can play around in the Safari Pride Rock Park a little bit, and we'll kind of take it from there. And we also I definitely want to do some tips and tricks tutorial videos, because a lot of people will message me on Instagram, or they'll just send me a quick tweet and say, oh my God, Steve, how do you make these buildings like this, or how do you get your buildings? I just make square boxes, and I just can't get mine to look right. I'm going to show you. It's not that tough. It just takes layering. Like I said before, the scenery button, your buildings button, and your building attachments tab is key to really bringing your buildings to the next level. It doesn't take hours and hours and hours. This whole section with my market section here, each of these buildings, it's going to take you a little bit if you want to make them look really, really good, but I definitely didn't sit here all day making this, so definitely want to get in there and show you guys some of that and how I approach making these buildings. I will tell you, it is definitely a lot of randomness. I know a lot of people plan their buildings out and they get a general idea. That's what I'll tell you I do. I definitely kind of get a vague idea of how the building, what I want it to look like, what angle I want it on, but definitely don't go into, I mean, it's a lot of it's just random. It's just inspiration as I'm sitting there building the building. Hey, this would look cool. Hey, I need to try this window here, or let's add some pillars to the front of this building. Very, very random. So definitely I don't stress myself out with designing buildings. Definitely go with the flow. So keep that in mind too if you want to try that route, instead of kind of, I don't want to say hindering yourself, but, you know, sometimes just try different things. You know, don't film it. Don't put it on YouTube if you don't want anybody to see it, but practice. You got to practice on this stuff. That's when everybody asks me how I do it. I just tell them, practice, practice, practice. Come home from doing whatever you're doing, jump on Planet Coaster, just start building stuff, start practicing. Don't upload it to Instagram or Facebook until you have it like you want it. So that is basically it for this video, guys. And like I said, look out for more updates coming soon, hopefully, with this park when Alpha 3 comes out. Kind of like Kraken Kingdom, don't really have a lot of lag with it. It operates fine. I can still place pieces down fine. It's not really hindering me as far as that goes. So, yeah, just give a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and send me a tweet or find me on Instagram. It's at Sdanwolf, and I love hearing from you guys on there. So give me a shout or send me a tweet, and I'd love to chat with you. And thanks, guys, and we'll see you on the next video.